Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Iyun Shulchan Aruch. Today we're learning Siman Chav Zayin 27, Orach Chaim, Hilchos Tefillin. We have a lot of halachas today. Basically, it talks about the placement of the Tefillin Shal Yad and the Tefillin Shal Rosh. Um, and it also talks about the length of the Tefillin Shal Yad and the Tefillin Shal Rosh, meaning where you should place them and how long their straps have to be. Comes out there's two things by the Tefillin. There's obviously the box and the tutura, which is the rectangular, narrow box beneath the square box, and then you have the ritzuos that are made to wrap around, uh, to mahadik, to tighten it on your head. Now we learned previously that the Torah says that part I explained yesterday in Ben Sion in Iyun Shulchan Aruch that an ikar part of the mitzvah is to tighten it. If you don't tighten it, you're not technically yotze the mitzvah. Seemingly, you're not yotze the mitzvah because I mentioned that a little bit of svara over here, a little bit of reasoning, rationale, is that tefillin has to be, it represents cheshbon and nefesh, and if you don't tighten on yourself and you remove the extraneous feelings in your heart and the extraneous thoughts in your mind, you're not going to be successful in your cheshbon and nefesh. It comes out the halacha that the ritzuos, even the parts that you tie around your head to fasten it, and even underneath your arm in order to tighten on your arm, do not have the same status as the actual box itself. For example, chatzitza, right? Ikar din chatzitza. Most poskim hold there is chatzitza by tefillin, but that only all those poskim only hold it really applies by the box in your skin. But underneath, even the critical ritzua, which is necessary for kshira, for tightening, there would not be a problem of chatzitza over there. L'chadchila, you shouldn't have a chatzitza, but for b'diavad, it would not be a chatzitza, and therefore you have a makkah there. You shouldn't refrain from putting on tefillin or on your head. Technically, you can wear a baseball cap, right? You can put on the tefillin, wear the tefillin on the place, and put your baseball cap a little back, right? And then wrap the tefillin on top of the baseball cap, and that technically, b'diavad, would be okay, la halacha, according to most poskim. According to all poskim, I think. So what's this different? What's the pshat that the ritzuos were not machban and chatzitza, but by the actual tefillin itself, they're actually seemingly two parts of mitzvah. There's the ritzuos. We know there's halachas of ritzuos. They have to be a length and a width. We learned today in the regular part of the Shulchan Aruch, and they have to be also black on the outside. So why is that? What's pshat over here? So I would say that going back to our mashal, it's not really a mashal. This is really the rationale behind tefillin. Is that cheshbon nefesh? There's two parts to it. There's the actual sitting down and doing a cheshbon nefesh, which is represented by have ayul t'tavos ben enecha. That the tefillin rosh should always be on your head. You should always be thinking about it. And the kshira is something else. The kshira is to remove extraneous thoughts and extraneous emotions in order that you should in order that you should be able to do the proper cheshbon nefesh, that you should be able to make the right decisions, make the right calculations. It's not so easy to do that. So all you can do, all the Torah asks you to do, is to try your best. So when it comes to putting its tefillin on your head, right, on your head, which is where the moach, which is where your seichel to do the cheshbon nefesh, even if it's not tightened around, it's mashma from the Mishnah Berurah like this, that even if you don't tighten it, you would be yotze the mitzvah as long as it's on your head. It's mashma from the Mishnah Berurah that it's only l'chadchila that you have to actually tighten it around your head. So the tightening around, which is basically as a remez or rationale, is to remind you to get rid of your emotions by tie it around your heart, and also to get rid of extraneous thoughts, the wrong thoughts when it comes to cheshbon nefesh. We can only try our best. So, b'diavad, if you have l'chadchila, you're not supposed to have a chatzitza. Something interferes, but if something does interfere, we're not makbid. It doesn't ruin the mitzvah of the tefillin. When it comes to the actual placement, that the tefillin have to be on your hand and on your head, the box has to be there. It has to be there. Meaning you have to attempt the cheshbon nefesh to remove all the extraneous thoughts. You try your best, but if there is a chatzitza, if there is an interposition, something gets in your mind in the way, and you had a very busy day, a very tumultuous day, and you can't get those thoughts out of there, those emotions out of there, the Torah forgives you for that. You try your best. That's all the Torah wants, to try your best. That would be the rationale behind this chiluk between a chatzitza of the box itself and putting the box itself on your skin and the ritzuos on your skin. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you tomorrow.